of candidates, what are your positions on the possibility of NYCHA being co-managed by the city and private companies? So what are your thoughts on NYCHA being co-managed by the city and private companies?
Well, we have to begin by, first of all, getting NYCHA the resources that it needs. We have a $40 billion gap. And we have to recognize that NYCHA is the most precious housing resource we have in this city. More people live in public housing in New York than live in Atlanta, Georgia. And so we must finally put NYCHA at the center of the city's housing plan. My housing plan does that. It dedicates $2 billion a year of city capital. And I'm unique in this race in my ability to go to Washington and get the additional help that we need to solve that $40 billion gap. We also need to fix NYCHA's own management. It's not acceptable that it takes months to get a leak replaced by the time it's fixed. We now have a mold problem that's causing your kids asthma and many other health challenges. And I am open to creative partnerships, particularly with nonprofits, to manage, but we must maintain permanent ownership by the city that ensures that this precious resource is preserved. Finally, we have a huge opportunity to put folks to work. My climate plan includes a green climate corps that would go to work making sure NYCHA residents can actually have the jobs creating much more sustainable housing in public housing.
Thank you, Shaun. Thank you. I believe you reached your time. And Paperboy Prince would love to hear your thoughts as well on a potential of NYCHA being co-managed by the city and private companies.
Well, have the most futuristic plan for NYCHA that's ever existed, and that is to turn NYCHA into mansions. I guarantee you, no one else will want to go this far, but it's exactly what we need. We know that people's surroundings determine their future. Why must our people not only live in poverty, but look like they live in poverty as well? We actually need to change the aesthetics. You see, I kind of got a nice background here. You know, I like art and nice things. We need to change the aesthetics of NYCHA. That is the number one thing that has to happen first. So these old dilapidated buildings, no more. We need to go all the way, turn NYCHA into mansions. Again, we throw out all these terms, affordable housing. Everybody knows that's actually tried to apply for some of this. Affordable housing isn't affordable. It's a term used by politicians to pass legislation and get buildings put up so people like Shaun Donovan and their friends can get rich off the housing insecure Black and brown people. Again, if the current NYCHA is what we're going to get, that's not acceptable. We have to go further. We have to do more. We need people that actually know what it's like to live inside of, who know what it's like to live inside of the situation, revolutionize it. So I think I'm getting muted. I don't know what's up with that, but it's probably from someone who doesn't want us to turn NYCHA into mansions. And I'm here to tell you this, that's exactly.
Thank you, Paperboy. Thank you so much.
And just because, Shaun, you were specifically mentioned, I will give you 30 seconds to briefly respond if you'd like.
Well, I got to say, I'm not sure what Paperboy is talking about. I've worked in public service my whole career. I've never worked in any way to take money. In fact, I went to announce my campaign at Via Verde in the South Bronx. You want to talk about beautiful, affordable housing? This is the most beautiful, sustainable, affordable housing in the country. I led the worldwide design competition to bring the best designers and architects from around the world to design that housing. That's the kind of housing that I'm for. It's the kind of housing I've actually built in my career. And I want to make sure we do that all over this city. So I couldn't agree more that we need to aim higher, aspire for beautiful places to live. But I'm the candidate in this race who's actually done that, not talked about it, but actually done it.
But you haven't done that. What's affordable housing? When you say
Thank you so much, Paperboy. We're about to wrap up.